So the New York Times had a big piece about how the Trump administration is attacking our higher education. Big long article, lot to read through, but I think it was instilled mostly with this phrase: the opaque process is upending campuses nationwide, leaving elite institutions long accustomed to operating with relative freedom from Washington reeling from blunt force political attacks. Amber, is that a fair way of characterizing what the Trump administration is doing? Or, I mean, in my opinion, they've been going one direction so hard for so long that pulling back even slightly seems to them like, oh, this is a disaster. What do you think?
I would rarely say that the government said it best. Like there's a very rare case when I would say that, but here they did. They said investment is not entitlement, which means if you are being funded by taxpayer dollars, then there are going to be guardrails based on what you can do with that money. And there's been amazing precedent for this. I was kind of flummoxed to see Barack Obama, of all people, call this an attack on academic freedom when he was the one who changed the rules to Title IX to strip due process protections from people accused of sexual assault on campus and threaten universities with federal funding being pulled if they did not comply. Same with Joe Biden. We're going to include gender identity as a protected category under Title IX. And again, if you don't get rid of all your single sex spaces or allow trans people to invade them, then you will lose your federal funding. This is an even stronger case from the Trump administration because these universities engaging in DEI are actively violating civil rights law and Title IX at the same time. So there's no reason for them to keep their federal funding. It would actually be a dereliction of duty if the Trump administration let them keep it.
Yeah, that's a good point. It really is just seems to be common sense guardrails. Braden, speaking of that, like, do you think that the Trump administration is pushing too far? Because to me, everything that they've put forward seems like, well, this seems normal. This seems like common sense. Why would you not already do this? And yet the university systems are still freaking out.
Well, the universities themselves are overrun with corruption. I mean, that's just a fact. It doesn't necessarily matter which university you go to. You're going to end up experiencing something like this to a certain degree. Now, when it comes to funding, especially from government funding, I 100% agree with Amber and the Trump administration. The government has money and it can do with it as it pleases. It's especially funny to watch the left freak out and lose their minds over this and say Trump's ignoring the courts and he's ignoring all this and he's ignoring all that. And then when Biden ignored courts when it came to student loan forgiveness or other things with Medicaid, they applauded him and said, good for him fighting against the corrupt systems in place. And so you kind of have this, it's almost an oxymoron. It's just, I can't stand the mental gymnastics that the left goes through to try to justify attacking this administration for doing common sense things.
Well, thinking of mental gymnastics, let's just be thankful that it's not actual gymnastics, because I think our former president, the guy who put all of those DEI policies into place, would not fare too well in